Just a few miles north of Dallas, Texas, is an American hometown that prides itself on its uniqueness, the city of McKinney. Although it is a unique city, one thing it has in common with everyone's hometown in America is that it's alive with small businesses, owned and operated by people just like you and me who live in the community but don't get a whole lot of notice. Places like Hugs Café, for instance, a small business with a huge purpose.
My name is Ruth Thompson, and I am the founder and president of Hugs Café. Hugs was founded in 2012. I was getting ready to retire in 2013. My husband and I both were getting ready to retire, and I was working at Market Street. I was running the cooking school at Market Street, and we had cooking classes for adults with special needs there. And we would hear people come in and someone would have gotten a job, and everybody celebrates that Molly got a job. It was no jealousy, no animosity because one of their friends got a job. It was a celebration. And I kept hearing how everyone wanted to have a job and they wanted to work. And 2 nights in a row in April of 2012, never forget it, I had a dream, same dream, of a restaurant that employed adults with special needs, doing every job that there is to do. And told my husband about it both nights, or both mornings, and second morning he said, we gotta do it. We have 23 adults with developmental or intellectual disabilities who work for us, and they're doing a fabulous job. We have we have promoted 2 in the kitchen to lead positions. We have promoted 1 in what we call the dish pit, which is where you wash the dishes, to a lead position. And we have just recently promoted a young man to a lead greeter position. So they're growing, they're expanding what they are capable of doing. We started out carving jobs to meet a person's abilities, and they are showing us that they're much more capable of doing much more than what we thought.
I think it's great especially for the kids, and it gives them a chance to be part of success and part of life. Don't stay home, don't start from themselves. They're here working.
The opportunities have been endless here for him versus what we first found when we moved here. I wasn't really comfortable with just putting him in a setting of a day program. What we had experienced in the past with that was he became more of a helper for kids that had more significant needs growing up, and he didn't really get a lot out of it. But since this opportunity has arisen, he feels like a very important person in the community, that is his job is as important as anyone else, that he's one of the peers, that the inclusion has just been exceptional. So that's just something that has made all of the difference for him.
My friends at Hugs, I like them. I like to see them every day. We laugh together. We talk each other. We're just having fun.
Hugs is more than just a paycheck. We're like a family. It's like that. Hugs is a way of life. It provides food. We provide service to customers and make sure they had a great time dining.
So I set out on this American hometown journey early in 2020 to give these places a spotlight and let them tell their story. But then, the unimaginable.
President Trump reinforcing precautionary measures amid new reports the government thinks that this pandemic could last 18 months.
We're asking everyone to work at home if possible, postpone unnecessary travel, and limit social gatherings to no more than 10 people. By making shared sacrifices and temporary changes, we can protect the health of our people. To unleash the full power of the federal government in this effort today, I am officially declaring a national emergency.
With the shelter-in-place orders, it meant businesses like these had to find new ways to carry on or shut down. And with all of that happening, the question became, how do I get their story out there when I'm locked away at home? Then, with a little inspiration from another guy who loves to support small businesses in America, the idea occurred to me. Welcome back. This is another episode of American Hometown, the quarantine edition, where we're all stuck at home and the Weight Watchers points don't really matter. I'm your host, I'm Zach Wilson, and with me today, we have with us the good people at Hugs organization here in McKinney, Texas. So Lauren, I'm going to open it up to you, and you can kind of tell us broadly what's going on with everybody.
Sure. So first off, for those that aren't familiar, Hugs Café Inc.'s mission is to provide training and employment for adults with special needs. So we are about on-the-job training and competitively paid employment for adults with special needs here in North Texas who need purpose and motivation to get up in the day, just like all of us. What we have done at Hugs Café Inc. is simplified our services so that our greenhouse program and our cafe program can still stay open. I really want to let the program managers share what they're doing because they're each unique to their program so that our teammates can still have their employment opportunities. So yeah, let's turn it over to Maria and see what's going on at the cafe with these simplified services.
Hey guys. So basically what we're doing right now is curbside pickup only, or delivery, I should say. They can give us a call, they can email us, whatever their preferred method of ordering is. We give them, a time frame that they can pick it up, and we will either walk it out to them or we will deliver it. We can do just a drop-off delivery if they want, no contact. Sometimes, they'll open the door, they'll sign the receipt, but it's a fabulous thing the way the community has supported us in everything that we are doing. We are still offering our full menu. I know that some places are doing modified menus, but we're still offering our full menu. And it's just great. I mean, we're still employing our teammates. We're keeping in touch with those that are not here at the moment because of everything that is going on, but we do have 2 that are still on staff. They are management, and that is the reason why they are here, and they're doing great.
And I know that there's cookies, because
the
last
there are
time
cookies. I was trying not to think about the cookies. But there are cookies, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we have wedding cake cookies, chocolate chip, and oatmeal cranberry walnut.
So is something on the menu, does that also include your grilled cheese sandwich? Because I've heard really good things about that.
It does include our grilled cheese sandwiches. We are not selling as many specials as we do when we are open, but it does include our grilled cheese sandwich, which is Wednesday, Friday. And then on Tuesdays, we have a Cuban, and Thursdays, we have a Reuben.
Okay. I can't wait for the time when we can produce this show the way that we want to, because that's my goal right there, is to get that grilled
Coming
cheese
again,
sandwich.
grilled cheese sandwich.
That's right. That's my comfort food right there.
It's good.
I'm gonna hold you to it. I expect
Absolutely.
I expect great things.
Absolutely.
So Bill, why don't you tell us what's going on?
Well, we're kind of going at our day-to-day things that we have to do to take care of the plant material. We've got a lot of perennials and herbs that we're currently selling in kits. We've done an online that Lauren's put together and delivering those on Saturdays, and have had a real good response to that. And we'll continue that. We've still got a lot of those to go. We're just now starting our potting our annuals for the basic color. If we had known we were going to be in this situation, we probably could have grown them a little earlier and been selling them now, because people want to get out and in their yards. And so we're offering kind of like the same thing the cafe is where we're doing a curbside or even sign up for social distancing shopping where a couple of people can come out every 30 minutes and if they want and go through the greenhouse and pick out what they want. And it keeps, because the teammates that we have 5 teammates here that work and still have 4 that come out and helping with the potting. Like I say, we're potting 14,000 plugs into 4-inch pots this week. So we've got a lot to do this week. And so we make it where everyone's safe and got that distance, and all the teammates they're better than most people anyway about social distancing, and at least they follow the rules. And so we're doing that. And here in the next few weeks, we'll be, as this stuff gets ready, we'll continue to put that out there, what's available, and just hopefully everybody will get through it, and we'll be on our way here to, we've got some beautiful looking stuff and finally got sunshine today. So that's always good.
So this was my chance to continue the story. What inspired you to get involved? What inspired you to
I knew this question was coming. And well, we sold our family business about 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. We had 75 greenhouses. And pretty much got out of the business. Mm-hmm. I might even say I got a little burnout.
Yeah.
And so did some other things, and then once we were involved with the cafe, mm-hmm. and my daughter, she started helping with the cafe, and she had a dear friend there that she went to high school with that works at the cafe, and so she would do the flowers for the gala.
Okay.
And so I was around for that, and then just went to the second gala, mm-hmm. and it just opened my eyes.
Yeah.
And then at that time, about that same time, there was talk of this, uh-huh. of a greenhouse operation. And so my daughter actually, because Ruth put it out on Facebook, uh-huh. and anybody interested, and actually my daughter saw it, I didn't, and she just called me out.
Oh, yeah.
And said, "Hey, Dad, you need to talk to them." And so we had a meeting, and I said, I'd love to help build the greenhouses.
Uh-huh.
I can do that. So we just got to find a place to do it. And then David and Kari Shelton said, well, we're in the meetings, said, well, we got the land.
Oh, yeah.
So we just said, oh, okay. So it turned out, so we started putting things together, and then another year later, we got the planning going, and I guess my first intentions were just to help build the greenhouses, mm-hmm. and do whatever needed to do to get it going. Well, they needed somebody to run it,
yeah.
And I offered to do it, and it's been, I guess, probably, besides my kids, it's been the best thing, and my wife, mm-hmm. It's been the best thing in the world that's happened to me.
Got to make sure you mention the wife.
Yeah.
So, you said it opened your eyes. How do you feel like it opened your eyes?
Well, just seeing the cafe, mm-hmm. and what it did for what not only it does for those young adults, what it does for their families, mm-hmm. and just gives them, I hate to say, gives all of them hope,
yeah.
that there's something else, that they're going to be able to do something. Because most of these young kids are coming out of high school, and once they're out of high school, there's no programs, and there's nothing for them to do.
Right.
And right now, I think that building that community, and that's where they found out at the cafe, nobody quits, and everybody wants, and there's more jobs, and so there's a big operation down in Houston, or in east of Houston, east of Katy, or west of Katy, called Brookwood Community, and that's been around for 30-something years, and they have 45 greenhouses. They've got, and they're at 225 that part-time, full-time, and that's where the greenhouse idea, Ruth went down there, and so then that's where it came, and so now it's just, but naturally it's a struggle for us. Even our struggle is weather, and since we started, it's rained every spring and fall, and so we've had challenges, but it's getting it, and it's growing pains. But I think once the community is getting, we're seeing it more and more. Community getting behind us and helping us, and I'm just thankful that I'm able to do it.
These are really cool. What do you have going on here?
Well, this was with we were contacted by Downtown McKinney Association, and they're at the Impact Center in downtown McKinney, and they had these butterfly figures that are made out of iron that they wanted us or somebody, and we offered to help them with planning these, so that, well, in the 2 weeks we were supposed to be in downtown doing a reveal, but now we've been delayed till the middle of May. So we have planted these about 4 weeks ago, 3 to 4 weeks ago, and so we're trying to, this'll cover and be covered, and we'll transport these to downtown in May, and they're going to put them on each side of the square. I don't know their location yet, and so that we partnered with them and to do that for them.
That's cool. These guys were determined to meet this particular challenge head on and just keep going. They even adopted new ways of continuing to do their Hugs Prep skills training by taking it online.
Welcome to the kitchen at Hugs Café, where we train and employ adults with special needs. My name is Ruth Thompson, the founder of Hugs, and I have a very special guest with me today, Danielle. Danielle is one of our students in our Hugs Prep class. And when we get ready to kick off Hugs Fulfilled, where we'll be making jams and jellies and selling them online, Danielle will be one of our first employees. So today, Danielle and I are going to show you how to properly measure ingredients when you're cooking. So Danielle, we have several different types of measuring equipment here. What kind of measurers are these?
Liquid measures.
They're liquid measures. So what kind of things would we measure in these measuring cups?
Milk, water, oil.
Anything that's liquid. Milk, water, oil. Very good.
Finally, at long last, they got a break.
Welcome everyone to this CBS 11 News special report, which we are also live streaming for you right now on CBS and DFW. We are coming to you live right now as Texas Governor Greg Abbott continues to update us now on his latest phase 2 of the reopening process of the state of Texas. Let's listen into what the governor has to say.
Protect people from getting COVID-19. Until that day comes, our focus is to keep you safe while also restoring your ability to get back to work.
We're here in downtown McKinney. The people at Hugs Greenhouse are about to do an unveiling of their butterfly display. We're gonna watch. Come on, let's go see.
late March, small tiny plugs of the white sweet alyssum, and the vinca, or trailing periwinkles, is in the rest of it. So it took us this long to grow them, and they'll continue to grow and build. And so we've actually, there's two of them, one on each corner. And you want to say a few words?
Sure. So I'm Hunter, and I obviously work at Hugs Greenhouse. We sell a lot of plants that are like really nectar flowers for butterflies and other pollinators. Like some of our plants we grow are actually plants that some butterflies will lay eggs on, and you get to see butterflies go through their stages of their life cycle. It's really cool. So, and this is, hope you come see these sometime during the summer. These will be blooming really beautiful later on. So, I hope you come see these butterflies. So.
I know you guys are in the process of getting back into the swing after the whole shelter in place, but I have to ask you, how did that impact the organization in general?
You know what, in the beginning, when we needed to close the dine-in restaurant, the community was extremely supportive, and a lot of deliveries, a lot of curbside pickup, and a lot of extra donations.
Sure.
And then after about 2 to 3 weeks, it was everybody realized that, this isn't going to be just a 2-week thing, and maybe they're looking at their own finances, and maybe people are losing their jobs. So, sales did slack off.
Yeah.
As far as our teammates are concerned, we cut down to 2 teammates a day. Now, I had told you the other day that we had 23 teammates. That doesn't mean that 23 worked every day.
Right.
They all had different schedules, but we would have 8 to 10 teammates in the cafe at a time. Now we have 2. And
what did
that hurts?
I was about to ask, cause I know it hurts from a business standpoint, obviously,
right?
But this is a very personal organization to you.
Yes.
And you mentioned to me before that the reason that a lot of people stay is because they feel like there's a family.
Yes.
So with that family idea, that family feeling, and I'm sure you kind of feel like the mother in this family.
Yeah.
What did that feel like to have to tell these folks, I'm sorry, you got to stay home?
It was hard, and it hurt, and then we would have some of our teammates who would buy lunch here and come up to the front door and have to stand there and not come in and not really understand what's going on, why they couldn't come in. Oh my gosh, that's gut-wrenching.
Yeah.
And even though the parents are explaining to them about shelter in place, and we're called Hugs Café.
Right, you can't give a hug with social distancing.
They can't
right.
walk in and just, we have one young man, Jerry, who gives the best hugs around, and he can't come in here and give everybody a hug. And some of our volunteers who have been helping us through all of this, I had one yesterday tear up, and she said, I just miss those hugs and that physical contact with those teammates.
But it seemed just as quickly as things were looking to get back open, round 2.
Texas reported 105 COVID-19 deaths on Thursday, the state's deadliest day so far. More than 9,600 people are hospitalized with the virus statewide.
The coronavirus is spreading so rapidly across the state of Texas
Governor Greg Abbott warning next week's numbers will be worse, ordering the suspension of elective surgeries in dozens of counties and reminding Texans to follow his statewide mask order or risk another shutdown.
The only way we can prevent Texas from being shut down is for everybody to adopt this practice of wearing a face mask.
Large gatherings, crowded bars have all been called out by the state as reasons for a spike that we're seeing in our COVID-19 cases. This is why a week ago, Governor Abbott ordered bars to close. But as I-Team reporter Brian New now explains, shutting down bars also shut down hundreds of restaurants.
Thanks for having me out one more time. I know we've had like a kind of a red light, green light sort of thing with this startup here in Texas. Let me start by asking, how has that affected you guys?
In the beginning of COVID and everything, the community came and they supported us phenomenally. As it kept going on and on and on, our curbside dropped off and everything. Dine-in is at 50%. You know, even when it went up to 75%, we could only keep it at 50% because we have a small cafe.
Right.
But that is not even really doing that well.
Yeah.
We're suffering. We're suffering. We do have our people who come in and support us regularly since the beginning, and they are still coming in. But to have new people come in is a struggle right now.
Yeah. Are you finding that between, you know, when the opening was greenlit and then everything started to, we've got to scale back.
Right.
Have you found that there's been a reduction in people coming in to the cafe? Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
When we first opened back up, we did fairly well.
Yeah.
And everything. People were just excited to get out.
Yeah.
And everything. And then once it was like, the numbers are going up because people are getting out and they're not wearing their masks and all that, numbers definitely dropped again.
What are your future plans? I understand that you've got a special program that's coming up that could help you guys, you know, kind of get through.
Well, we do have, I think you're talking about Hugs Helping Hands?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, Hugs Helping Hands. And what that is every Saturday we go to another nonprofit here in McKinney and we deliver food to them. We deliver a bag lunch, or they can take it home for dinner if they want to. It's for food compromised individuals and everything. And this is something that is enabling us to give back to the community.
Okay.
For our teammates to realize that, yes, we can do some good, and also to get our teammates back to work. And they absolutely love it. They make them up on Friday afternoons and everything, and they think it's the greatest thing.
Is there something that's coming up where the community can help?
There is North Texas Giving Day actually is coming up in September, because that's where our program is for North Texas Giving Day is heading to. We want to be able to continue to give back to the community.
I was, however, able to finally get that grilled cheese sandwich I was waiting for. I'm getting excited. You can't tell because I got the mask on, but I am drooling right now, so. All right, here it is, finally. The grilled cheese sandwich that I've been waiting for. Bacon, tomatoes, American cheese. Watch this. Here's the moment of truth. Let's just see. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that ooey gooey cheese. That's amazing. All right, here we go. Try it out. Comfort food. Comfort food at its best. There's still so much more to this story about Hugs Café because they are determined to keep on growing and fulfilling their mission of bringing meaningful employment to adults with special needs in their American hometown. For more information on how you can help Hugs Café, go to northtexasgivingday.org/Hugs Café Inc.